Hello, everyone. This is Oscar, and this is my first podcast from my podcast series English with Oscar. Um, I wanted to create this podcast today because yesterday I had the opportunity to have an epiphany, I think. So I was reflecting on my communication process. I was thinking a lot of things. I was asking myself some questions about who I am as a professional, and it was basically because I was watching some videos on a platform and I saw these people using English, perfectly. And then I said to myself, well, Oscar, if you really want to be on the same level, even though you're not a native speaker, you need to really sit down and reflect on your process, on your production process, on your creativity. And for that, I I just arrived to the conclusion that it was like a perfect moment for me to say, yes, I can do this. And even though sometimes it's difficult to process ideas, it's still very important to say, hey, you are a student and you need to study and you need to sit down, you need to check materials, you need to, as a speaker who has been doing this for quite a long time, it is still necessary to sit down and study. For example, check grammar, check structure, check try to see how ideas connect and how ideas change with the time, and how pronunciation is always changing, how sounds connect, how they blend, or how they function in a sentence in context. So, yeah, it's a process. And you may think this is endless, but it is not, in fact. I think it is just very important to have like a timetable to really organize the way you do things. And let me tell you an example. I have been working with this program, English a la carte, for 3 years. And sometimes I think about the importance of really researching your your stuff, so if you're going to sell a product, if you're going to offer an idea, do research. That's important. And be responsible, because people believe in you. People put their trust in your process. They invest. They just make an effort to study English and to try to make dreams come true, achieve goals at the end of the day. So basically, well, for me, it is like, all right, Oscar, this is your moment to really define who you are and who you want to be. Do you want to be very successful? Do you want to be at the same level as those who who are really making it? Okay, so organize yourself, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And maybe this is a recommendation for those who really want to embrace this profession, because it is not easy. Trust me, it is not easy. It requires motivation. It requires energy. You have to be curious. You have to explore. You have to study, as I said before, and you have to expose yourself to even if you don't have the opportunity to travel and you know be in those countries where you would try just to um, have the space to learn. It's all right, doesn't matter. Actually, you have if you have technology, try to use it as an advantage, but be wise, so that's my recommendation. um Being an English teacher is not easy, especially when you're not a native one. I know this is going to create controversy because people may say it doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, there are some aspects that you really need to think about when you want to sell an idea, when you want to use a language for learning purposes, and most importantly, when you want to sell a product that is going to make people invest in what you're doing. So for that, I think it's very important to really think about teaching as a process. So, well, in this podcast, sorry, I wanted to share ideas about being responsible, being honest, and really taking care of yourself as a professional. Yeah, because it's important to love what you do. It's important to believe in what you do. And well, that's all. All right. So my name is Oscar, and this is the first podcast from the podcast series English with Oscar. So see you around and take care. Bye bye.